Page 30, Sunrise in the Morning. We get some more experience at playing in treble clef with the bottom staff. Let's look this over. It's 1 page long, treble and bass clef to start. 3 sharps in the key signature. This is in the key of A major. Make sure you go do my scale video on A major. 1 octave up and down is fine. If you haven't been doing it, learn the scale. It's important. It's the trill exercise and the accents, the whole bit. That's it. Yeah, don't skip that. That's important. And then 3/4 time signature. I look it over. I see a bunch of quarter notes and dotted half notes. Think we can handle that. And the hands are moving around again. So right hand first. Let's see what we got. Your starting second measure. Right hand is here in the A. And you should know that's an A. Two ledger lines below treble clef isn't. Just memorize it. It's an A. And it's here. 1, 2, 3. Remember the C sharp's in the key signature. And then during the rest, 3 beats of rest come up here. Remember the G sharp's in the key signature. And you're just up here doing this. This is fun. Last major, second line, you back down here again. And you back up here again. Okay, then the last line. Second major, it's an F sharp and then a B. F sharp's not changing. And then they want here. That's rather awkward, I think. I'm going to start out rather than 2-4 in the second measure, the last line. I'm going to start out with 2-3. This way I got 4 and 5 ready to come for the next measures. Like here, here, and then here. 3 and 5. And again, I'm using weight to push the notes down. I'm not trying to hold the hand still and use the fingers. It doesn't work. So it's lowered down here and then raise the hand up and lower it. And then again, I'm just changing which fingers are down. It takes a little time to get them, learn to get them down at the same time. You have to work on that. It's a little awkward. It's good awkward. You work on it. Left hand, though, he's starting out down here. And then measure rest, and then you got treble clef. You're up here. And then 2 measures later, you got a D. You're still in treble clef. And then you just got to lift up and come down. There's no rest or anything. Here. Up here. And here. And then you're staying, it looks like, in treble clef. Put the hands together. And you're here. And as I'm playing this, I'm getting the right hand or left hand ready. And then get the right hand ready. Now, I'd like to show you another advanced technique in piano playing that will come in handy. This left hand has an awkward situation here in the middle of the second line where you got to go from here to here. There's no rest or anything. I'd like to help it out. So I'm going to have the right hand help it out. So in the second line here, rather than have left hand play that note, I'm going to have right hand play it. Here. This way the left hand's got time to come down here and do it again. Now, some teachers teach that if the note is in the upper staff, the right hand has to play it. And if the note is in the lower staff, the left hand has to play it. But there is no rule that says that. That's just something they've learned and adopted or whatever they're doing. That's unfortunate because that's really not helpful. Any hand can play anywhere in either staff at any time, whichever is convenient and best, easiest for you, the player. So because in that third measure of the second line, that left hand has this mess, I'm going to have right hand play that note. Because it's there, why not? Just reach down. And this way the left hand can come down here and do this. So I'm going to recommend you do that. So the second line again is here. And then here, here. Now you're ready to go. You get the idea, I hope. Last line, you're here, and then here. And then here. Got them all down. At the same time, I hope. Takes a little practice to work on it. You'll get it. And once you have the hands and fingering and all that worked out, then get rid of any hesitations anywhere. It has to be a steady beat. And once we do that, then we add the articulation, which here is just connect them. I don't know that I agree with their slurring, but we'll go ahead and use what they have. We'll just lift up there, lift up between the slurs here. They may consider them phrases. I don't know. Do you consider that a phrase? Is it a musical thought? If it is, it's a phrase. If it isn't, it's just a slur. And once you have the articulation, then we think about the dynamics. Mezzo piano at the beginning. It's sort of soft, and it's going to be for both hands here. Then you have a crescendo in the third measure, which means gradually get louder. And they put the dashed line. I don't know that you need a dashed line there, but okay. This is assuming the way it's written tells me you're only going to crescendo for that measure. You might go up to a moderately loud here. So the next measure is moderately loud. Because in the last measure, the first line, you get a hairpin to go up. Yeah. You're swelling up and back down, and swelling up and back down. That's getting into interpretation. I'll talk about that a little bit later. So just crescendo a little bit. It really is more the right hand here, because these dotted half notes, they're more harmony. There's no melody in there. So it's the right hand we're talking about. But on these other things, it's both hands there. On the last line, you're moderately loud here, going up to loud. And they put accents on the loud note. I disagree with that. It works at other instruments. It doesn't work on piano. In piano, for an accent and note, we just play it a little louder. Well, you're already loud. You do that, then you got to play it very loud. In my opinion, just play it loud. You don't need the accents. So moderately loud, just a hair louder, now loud. Yeah, just leave it at that. Then the speed, well, somewhere in the middle. I don't know. Fast might be, fast or slow. It's somewhere between them. Somewhere not fast, just gentle, comfortable. Somewhere in there. I would play it at a different speed every time I play it, probably because I play by feel, and it's how I feel it at the moment. Now they've added pedal. Okay, if you want pedal. All they're doing is pedaling this stuff coming up. And then they're not pedaling this, because that would smear it. That would blech. And that's fine. We can do that. It adds the overtones. And at the end, of course, with the chords, we want the overtones, and we need the pedal to connect the notes. And again, I'm going to push the note down first and then the pedal. So note, then the pedal. And I'm going to lift the pedal right after I play the note in the fourth measure. Right there. I want to connect all that together. So again. That's the way I'm going to pedal it. The last line, they're not showing legato pedal here, but I want to connect these, so I'm going to do a legato pedal. It's like there's a little arrow on the pedal line. They're showing this, pedal this, lift, when you lift the hands to play the next chord, lift the pedal. That's the interpretation they're after. I kind of like it connected. They put a slur over it. To me, that's connected. In that case, I'm going to legato pedal it, which would be change the pedal after play the notes. Here, I'd connect them all. Now, if they hadn't put that slur over the top, then I would think, okay, they don't want you to connect these. But I'm going to connect it. Now, a little bit about interpretation. I haven't been talking about it. I'm hoping you get into interpreting everything you play. Start with a natural accent. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Feel it. And then try and feel these dynamics. So you experiment with the dynamics a little bit and see if you can feel these dynamics. The phrasing and all, feel the phrasing if you can find the phrases. Get into the music and feel the music, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Well, there's no fermata at the end. You hold those chords down for 6 counts and then lift up. There's no retard or nothing. You just keep the beat going in your feelings. Let's play it together slowly and check all the notes and the rhythms. I'm not going to do any dynamics. We'll play everything about the same. I will do the pedaling. I'll give us 3 counts. 1, ready, go. 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3. Tie. 2, 3. Off.